and a warm welcome. In the previous video we learned about Git branches. We were discussing their benefits, how they were implemented in KubeRocketCI and how the platform extends the branch management functionality. We also mentioned that we would continue this topic and show how to use feature branches in the context of continuous testing. In this video, we will briefly recall what versioning is, see how it works in KubeRocketCI, discuss the concepts of continuous testing, and build a continuous testing flow within the KubeRocketCI portal. To start from, we need to recall what we know about versioning. Versioning makes it possible to uniquely identify, manage, and trace each build and deployment. It also allows to develop features and test them without disrupting the main version. There are two types of versioning in KubeRocketCI: default and SimVer. The default versioning specifies date and time for the build as a unique identifier. SimVer adds a tag and a version number that follow a specific pattern depending on the branch type. The tag can be snapshot, RC, or any name you prefer. Testing each version helps to define which exact version caused an error, simplifying the process of bug fixing. However, manually testing every version is time-consuming and not always reliable. That's why the concept of continuous testing was created. Continuous testing means running tests automatically at every stage of the software development lifecycle. This ensures that any problems or errors are found quickly, so code quality is maintained from the very start. In KubeRocketCI, this concept is implemented by review and build pipelines, testing feature branches in deployment flows, and running auto tests when deploying applications. For testing feature branch, we need a few prerequisites. First, we need the feature branch itself, containing the changes we want to test. Next, we will need a deployment flow where we can deploy our application. And thirdly, we need an environment with the trigger type set to auto or auto-stable for seamless and automated testing. So now let's set up automated testing for the feature branch. At this point, we've created a codebase for the feature branch. In this branch, we've made some changes to the chart. So the first prerequisite is met. Now let's create a deployment flow for the application that uses our feature branch. Go to Deployment Flows and click Create Deployment Flow. Enter a name and description for your deployment flow. Click Next. Select your application and choose the feature branch. Click Create, and then go to Deployment Flow. Create an environment by clicking the corresponding button. In the Create Environment window, specify the environment name and description. In the Trigger Type field, select Auto. Changing other fields is optional. Click Next, Create, and then Close. Go back to the codebase and build the feature branch. Wait for the build pipeline to finish. To save time, we will fast forward this step in the video. Once the build pipeline is complete, the deploy pipeline should start automatically. You can also see the new application version that was built in this pipeline by clicking the Results tab. Remember the artifact version to verify it in the deploy pipeline. You can also check that the new image tag appeared in VCS. Here it is. Go back to the portal and select the Pipelines tab. As you can see, the deploy pipeline initiated in the newly created environment. Verify that it uses the latest application image. You can verify its status in the Environment Details page. You can also check application logs and conduct basic troubleshooting using the show logs and show terminal buttons. Additionally, you can view the Argo CD application resource that corresponds to this deployment by clicking the Argo CD button. Use the Argo CD user interface to check the deployment status. Please note that you can also use the values override option to redefine the default application Helm chart parameters, following the GitOps practices. For this, you will be required to configure the GitOps repository as a prerequisite. We will discuss this option in detail in the next video. In summary, we explored how versioning and continuous testing work in KubeRocketCI. We also set up automated testing for a feature branch using deployment flows and environments, making it easy to test changes without affecting your main version. Thank you for watching, and have a great day!